Hi, BJ. Welcome to Colorado, first off. New surroundings for you, and what made you want to come to Colorado?
Just the family environment, coaches that I've been with since I was a little kid. So I finished it out with the people that I started it with. So that's what I wanted for my senior year, just be surrounded by, people who don't also look like me, but who know me more than I know myself. So.
First impressions, you've been here for a few weeks now, most of summer, I guess, but
Yes,
like
sir.
training camp and all that. First impressions of playing here and being on this defensive line.
Hardest off season that I've ever had being in college, but it was necessary for this last ride. So I like to joke around with people, but I dang near had like 4 near-death experiences since I've been in this off-season training. But I feel like it was necessary to push me to be who I need to be, not who I saw myself to be, because the vision that they have for me is bigger than what I even could have imagined for myself. So I trust their plan, I trust their plan for me, and I take it day by day, just working at that and getting closer and closer to that.
What are those experiences like that you're talking about?
I don't know. The first time I think my first week here, I think we were with the Marines, and we had to swim, and I guess I wasn't as proficient of a swimmer as I thought I was, but we had to run a mile before that, just like my body going beyond what I thought it could do.
Yeah.
That was something that I'd never seen before, and just chasing that feeling of doing more and more and more than what I thought I could do, being tired but still giving an A1 pass rush, stuff that you need to do in order to make that transition to the next level. And I feel like that's what Colorado's giving me, is giving me those tools to be a great, because we're surrounded by great players. Being able to lean upon Warren Sapp and Coach D. Lou in the D-line room is something that I appreciate.
Some people go through those experiences and during it, they're like, what am I doing here? I got to get out of here. Others are like, I'm glad I'm being pushed. It sounds like you were more like, I'm glad I'm being pushed.
It was more of it was a shock, I don't know what this feeling is. My body feels like I'm dead, but somehow I'm still going. That was a unique experience. I appreciate our strength staff. I appreciate our coaches for doing that to us, because being able to feel like you're at the bottom, there's only one other way to go, and that's up. So
I imagine as you reflect on it, you're like, that's why I came here, right?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly why I came here. I didn't want an easy last year. I know they had visions for me. Obviously on draft boards and stuff, but that isn't what I envisioned for myself. Obviously I want better for myself. I want to be a higher prospect, and people who can help me get there and help me go from a day 2 pick to a day 1 pick. They're here. Being able to lean upon the first ballot Hall of Famer, like I said, Warren Sapp, being able to lean upon the first ballot Hall of Famer like Coach Prime, being able to lean upon a 10-year veteran, Coach D. Lou, just leaning upon those guys, who are going to be hard on me. They're not going to pat me on the back for anything. That's the expectation, is to do the things right. They have stuff on the board that says do right every day. It doesn't, you get a sack, that's cool.
Yeah.
Go do it again. Go do it again and again and again, because that's the standard.
So imagine being in Arizona State. Did you ever think you'd be at Colorado?
No. This point last year, I was trying to take Two's head off. Now we're teammates, which is quite surreal, honestly. At the same time, I walk past him in the walk room every day. I was like, it's almost like deja vu, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad, obviously being able to chase down a future NFL quarterback, that's something that it's going to prepare me to be an NFL guy. If I can chase him down, who can I chase down? So.
Yeah. I want to ask you a lighthearted question with that, because Shador last year, they beat you down there.
Yeah.
And he goes and gestures to your crowd.
Yeah.
Did that tick you guys off?
Oh yeah, you don't want to you don't ever want to lose at home, but I got my licks in on him too, so it's not like he left empty-handed.
Is he one of those guys too, though, that you love to have him on your team?
Yeah.
And you want to beat him, but I'm glad you're on my team now.
Yeah, and that's something that I definitely feel, being on the same team as too, and I hope he feels the same way about me. So it's definitely different now.
You played really well at Arizona State. You had a lot of success there. What do you want to do more here? How can you take your game to the next level?
Play my brand of football. I pride myself on causing havoc and disruption. Playing sound ball. Being able to just give the same effort and relentless effort that people see in myself, and that I see in me. Being able to do the little things when you're tired, being able to do all that kind of stuff. That way, when the NFL scouts see me, they're like, wow, The same rep that he had on play 30 is the same rep he had on the play 1. You know, he's still making the right calls. You know, he's still doing the little things right. You know, his technique is still sound, even though it was a long drive. Those types of things, you know, being able to, like, you know, just being able to take that leadership role and, like, you know, just be an older brother to the younger guys on the D-line, you know, lead those guys with the tools of success that I was given when I was a freshman, you know. That's stuff that I pride myself on, you know. Just taking it all in with being my senior year, being able to work with, like, being a transfer program, you got to be able to work with guys initially, you know, like being able to work with Dayon Hayes, Sam Okalola, Tajay, like, regardless of what the matchup is, what the combination of guys is, we all need to work as one, and that's what we do here, and that's why it's amazing to watch, you know, on film sometimes. But that, like I said before, that's the standard. Like, they're not going to congratulate us for doing that. That's what they expect of us.
And then last thing for you, you hear Coach Prime at Big 12 Media today, I assume you heard him, say BJ Green could be a first-round pick. How does that make you feel?
You know, it makes me feel good. You know, they believe in me. You know, that's the expectation that I was talking about before. You know, with that expectation becomes a standard of play. Like, so anytime that I dribble away from that, they're like, hey, this is who you are. Be that guy.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're tired, you need to, regardless of what's happening, you know, if it's a bad play or a great play, do it again, you know, alignment, assignment, execute, you know, regardless of what's happening on the field. And I appreciate that because it prepares me for whatever thrown at me. So, like, regardless if it's a big play, we need to come out there and stop them, you know, like, bend but don't break, you know. Whether we're out there for a long drive, I need to be able to note it down in distance and communicate that with the rest of the D-line, you know, whether it's a run play and I have to play my fit. You know, all those different things, all those different situations that they throw at us are preparing me for what I need to do. So.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.